think the irony here is that it's not a thing we get, it's that which we give that truly satisfies. When we contribute meaningfully into the life of another human being, that's the stuff that outlives us.
Your culture is a direct reflection of you, the leader. If they're truly seeing you support, protect, and develop the human beings in your business, they'll do the same. The two words in your life that are the most powerful words you'll ever utter are the words, I am. Whatever precedes that or follows that is the way your life is going.
The great differentiator, the things that I've been frustrated about, the things that I've complained about, the things that I wished weren't true in my business, I'm creating those results.
There's probably nothing more powerful that we bring to the business than the conversations and the communications that we have on a day-to-day basis. Beliefs are external. If beliefs are what I believe to be true about the world around me, then identity is what I believe to be true about who I am. This is internal.
I really see that talent in you. This is a wonderful thing. Thank you for, right? Just that little bit of gratitude. And all of a sudden they see themselves differently. Their own blind spot gets exposed to them. And it's a good thing. Feedback is the mechanism that opens that up. Gratitude is a feedback mechanism.
Identity are simply those beliefs about who I am. There's three ways that identity unfolds. The first one is significant emotional events. So here's how you want to dig into this and start doing some real heavy lifting in your own life and change the trajectory of where you're going as a leader. This is the work that you need to start doing. Look for these significant emotional events. They're everywhere in your life. And the people who live in if only are people who are often full of talent and self-doubt. I believe that there's no bad people, there's just bad conversations. I believe there's no bad clients, there's just bad expectations been set. Failure to manage those expectations. And then people will react how people react and we won't like it. And the easy thing to do is to blame them. What's the danger when you do that? It becomes your way of being. And if only I was a little bit more prepared, if only I had a little, and we're scared to step over the line and put ourselves in the space of discomfort. And those two things live side by side. And if only. I just said the root cause of decline in your performance of your team is almost always a leadership problem. The second thing that shapes our identity is our environment. You just grew up in whatever environment that happened to be, and that's home and school and community and the part of the world that you grew up in, and all of those things come to shape who you believe you are. Consider this. Your beliefs are not necessarily a factual representation of the reality around you, but they are 100% shaping that reality for you. And so you live your life in if only, and everyone's passing you by, and you know you could outperform them. You know you could do better. You know you have more to give. But this little nagging self-doubt says, I'm an imposter. I'm a fraud. People actually knew who I was, and we live in that space, waiting for if only. And when is if only ever going to show up? Yeah, you know the answer to this when you look at it objectively. Never. It's what we're doing on a consistent and regular basis that's creating the results that we're doing. You know what all of the shoulds and shouldn'ts in your life have in common? They don't exist. Communication is the heartbeat of your business. Everything's going okay, let's not talk to anyone until it's not. And then it's communicate as much as we can, and the rhythm is off the charts. All of the communication is wrapped up inside the crisis of the moment. That's how we communicate. It's not deliberate, it's not thought through, it's not consistent. It's a big problem. The only thing that exists is the space and the time that you're in right now. That's all that exists. Everything else is a figment of your imagination. It's fiction. It doesn't actually exist. You can't put your arms around it, you can't produce it. The only way you can actually describe it is in words and from memory, and it's all unreliable. You know what's not unreliable? Right now. Here, where you are. The opportunity that's in front of you today. There's no better place for you to be than the state of curiosity. Well, what if it's not true? That's the question that I'm going to ask myself. The second piece of this is confirmation bias. Confirmation bias, and the two go hand in hand, is that once I believe a thing to be true, I'll find evidence for my belief everywhere I go. I will make things that are not evidence appear as though they're evidence to me. The things you've heard from me, teach those, to those who will teach others. And that's been my life's work. Teach those who will teach others. So you will have made my absolute, my life, my week, my year, by just taking one bit of what you learned today and share it with someone else. That's my only ask of you here today. Thank you very much.